Hi there, guys. Welcome to Stock Market Gain. Just want to switch here to my portfolio. I ended up selling a couple things today. I had SNY. I ended up selling them, and I also sold my FXI, which was a call option that I had on the Chinese stock market. I don't know if you remember. I had it in between here. That's because this number right here went to 55 for my FXI, and then the SNY that I had created a weekly triangle. I already sold those and cleared my portfolio today, so sorry about that, but I'll get back to it here later. Let's go ahead and switch over here. I started a new portfolio, which is kind of fun. Well, let's give it a second to ring up here. And what it is, well, the internet wants to be kind of slow today. But what it is, it's an entire ETF portfolio. So all of the large moving ETFs, this is basically what I set up for everybody here so people can see and follow along as well. Now what I do with this is this is what I basically am going to be purchasing calls and puts on, because I like being able to track the large things. Once again, I look for a plus 85 or above score, and then I look for just a monthly or weekly trade triangle that has just been triggered, and I prefer all three of them going in the same direction, but I only trade off of the weekly trade triangles and the monthly trade triangles. I never trade off of a daily trade triangle. That means it's already in play. I could care less about it, honestly. So we have PGX here today, Power Shares. And we also have, and that's a call, although it's a really cheap call. And whenever you have really cheap calls like this, it doesn't really work out too well. So I have instead, on the opposite end, we just got a weekly trade triangle, which I'm a big fan of, the S&P Biotech, which is XBI, and that is something I'm definitely going to be looking at trading some options on today. So let's go over and I'll take a look at these options, and I'll show you which one I would probably be trading off of. So here's the Biotech. I like to go at least more than 30 days out, preferably 60 days out or 70 days out. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of volume, but as you can see, there's not a lot of volume, so I'm going to have to go ahead and stick with my 46 days out, but I just want to be able to make sure that there's enough room on there that I would be doing this. So, as like I showed before, this is XBI. This is the put options that I'm going to be going for. Right now, the stock is trading at 53.45. I'm going to be buying put options somewhere in between here. Plenty of open interest, plenty of volume going on. That's exactly what I like to see. And we're going to be entering here for the weekly trade triangle that just popped up today. So I'm going to be adding that to my portfolio, and you'll see that one go in here shortly. And I'm also going to look for some other trades for us all to devour and enjoy. Be back in just a second. Okay, I had a little bit of a break there, but now we're going to try and look at the recent trade triangles for equities. Once again, I have a volume greater than 1 million. I'm looking for weekly trade triangles, and I'm searching today. I've already scanned the market for us, so we don't have too much to look for. And I've gone through all of these negative stocks that we got coming up here, which is quite a few, and they're starting to outweigh the positives, so it might be a pretty significant downturn in the market coming up. But just to let you know, it doesn't matter which way the market goes, we got trades for everything. So I've taken a look at all of these stocks here, all of the negative 100 through 90s, and I've come up here to Ions Pharmaceuticals. It has a Schwab equity rating of a D, and the first quarter earnings announcements are these earnings announcements are going to be negative 50 cents, so that means it's going to continue going down from where it was previously at, which was negative 59, which is still just bad. And we go here and we have earnings per share, which is negative 74.59. And D ranking, economic mode, none, hold, yep, it's all looking pretty bad, all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and potentially short this one, if it allows me, meaning it's not a hard to borrow stock, which means that that's just Charles Schwab's way of telling you no. And then I'm also going to look at this one, Novavax. And this is a D-rated stock. It's ready to go down. First quarter earnings announcement are going to be negative, down from the other quarter earnings announcement, which are also going to be negative. I don't mind trading right into earnings season because sometimes because I put a stop on everything, it allows me to control my trades even if they trade wildly out of hand. So that's not a big thing for me. I think both of these stocks will probably perform poorly. And this stock as well, it's got negative 59 earnings per share. It looks like it's going down the tubes. So hopefully that's going to be the case. Now if we go over here to our positive scores, I'll show you that real quick. We've got some really nice ones that have turned positive this week. For me, I've already taken a look for you. We've got Flextronics out of the country of Singapore, and it's got an international rating of B. It's got some first quarter earnings of 29 cents per share, which is going to be 7% higher, which I think it'll open tomorrow nicely. Look at this price to earnings ratio and this forward P/E. I mean, this is an undervalued stock right here. So I'm kind of digging that, and it's got a nice market cap of 6.7 billion. So I'm already digging that. I'm definitely going to buy this. And then I'm going to go here to Cisco. Cisco's already made a 52-week high. It's kind of jumped up there pretty high, but it's got a Schwab rating of B. It's got a weekly up trade triangle. I might go into this one as well. It's got kind of a high P/E. Forward P/E is a little bit high. I'm debating on whether or not to go into it. I'm just kind of thinking over in my head right now. This one's AT&T. This one looks pretty solid. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take out Cisco here. This one's AT&T. This is looking pretty solid. Just had a real nice earnings. It was up 4% in telecom, doing all right in general. It's turned its earnings around. It's got a much nicer P/E ratio. Earnings per share 2.25. Look at that, nice fat little annual dividend of 4.95. And the price to earnings growth, not bad. Forward P/E looks good. This one I might pick up as well, and I'll buy probably 100 shares of that. And then this is what I'm shorting, and that's what I'm shorting from what I told you before. I'll let you know when I put these all in my portfolio. So hold on. Okay, as you can tell here, I've gone ahead and added 3 brand new trades today. Actually, a total of 4, which is quite a bit for me. I got the XBI in there, I've got the Flextronics, and I've got Ions and AT&T. I put them all there today. Nice trade triangles going. Got a weekly, and a daily there, and we got another weekly. So these are all looking good. Everything else is looking pretty good. I might be selling in the future either SSL or NTT, depending on how low these bad boys go, or CNO and EWG. These are starting to get kind of down there for me. So we will definitely see. Once they go below 85, I try and get rid of them. Well, except for, I'm sorry, they go below 85 and I own a call on them, I definitely get rid of them. So that's what I definitely do there. I wait for a weekly trade triangle for NTT and SSL. or when Charles Schwab either downgrades it from an A or B if I'm long to a C, or a D or F if I'm short to a C again. I hope you understand that. Anyways, let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.